Hello YouTube. Today we'll be taking a look at the prequel to Saw. Really, think about it. Charlie sees a lot of kids get brutally murdered and then gets left a whole entire factory with very, very dangerous equipment. Again, after seeing kids die, bad people getting their just deserved, it makes too much sense. So, yeah, anyway, my insane theories aside, let's get into it. Alright, so for those of you who somehow don't know, this movie is about 5 golden tickets that get put into Willy Wonka chocolate bars. They are invitations to, well, Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, which is a very big deal because the factory has been closed off from the public for a long time. Mostly due to Willy Wonka's ingredients getting stolen by a guy named Slugworth. So yeah, he became a bit of a recluse after that. And, well, kids get the chance to finally go back in and get to see how everything's done and get a lifetime supply of chocolate. So yeah, the world goes crazy about it, and yeah, it seems like 5 candy bars that the 5 golden tickets have been found by Violet, Augustus, Veruca, Mike, and some other random guy who turns out to be a fraud. So, yeah, there is a chance for one more kid to get, and that kid is Charlie Bucket, who is a pretty poor kid, but hey, he got the golden ticket, so at least he'll be able to have a lifetime supply of unhealthy food. So, yeah, he goes in with his Grandpa Joe, and kids get killed. Yeah, that's pretty much what happens. A lot of kids die. Augustus, Violet, Veruca, Mike. I mean, like, they're all extremely injured at the very least. Mike is shrunk. Veruca goes into an incinerator. So, yeah, she's probably dead. Violet gets filled up with juice up to the point where she might explode if they don't de-juice her in time. And Augustus gets stuck in a tube. So, yeah. A lot of kids die here. And, yeah, although they do say the kids will be fine, I don't believe them. They never show these kids after all this. I'm pretty sure most of these kids are freaking dead. So, yeah, that leaves only one more kid, Charlie, who gets yelled at by Wonka because, well, I mean, he drank some juice earlier, so, yeah, he broke the rules that he couldn't read. Yeah, that was smart. So, yeah, he broke the rules that he couldn't read, and then Wonka chews him out for it. But then Charlie shows that he is indeed a good kid by giving him back the everlasting gobstopper that he stole, that he was given because, well, a guy named Slugworth wanted to get it for money, and, well, Charlie decided to instead be a good kid and give it back to Wonka. And he's very pleased with that and decides to give him the whole company. You know, I'm pretty sure that Charlie would have preferred money or something, but yeah, no, whole factory, thanks. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Kid got exactly what he wanted, and obviously what he wanted was a whole entire factory that he doesn't know how to run. He knows nothing about actually running a business, and he doesn't really know anything about the equipment in there. I mean, sure, Wonka's gonna teach him, but still, he doesn't know anything about how to run it right now, and he's just been giving it to him, so, yeah. Real smart move on your part, Wonka. But, yeah, he seems happy about it, and so is his Grandpa Joe, so I guess everything's fine. So, when it comes to this movie's story, probably the biggest problem with it is that it's really basic. Really, there's not much to the actual story here, and really what is given to it, while very good, it's very simple, but that's not to say that the story here is bad at all. It's really a great story, and it's a classic for a reason. It's very well executed and has a very good message to it. It's very simple. But yeah, that's not really a problem with it, and it is executed very well and very imaginative. There are a lot of great special effects in this movie too, so yeah, it has that going for it, and they are beautiful to look at. So yeah, for the story, really the only problem is that it's basic, but in my eyes, that's not really a big problem. It's just that's just one of the downer sides to it, is that it's not all that interesting, but it is still a really great story. So for the story, 9 out of 10. Now let's get into the characters. So when it comes to the characters, let's talk about the most important one first. Knife cart guy. What is his story? There's just a guy in the opening who just has a knife cart. Why? Why is there a guy with a knife cart just casually walking around? He's got a whole cart full of knives. I want to know this guy's story. Is he a killer? Is he like a meat carver or something? What is his job? Is he like a whittler? What does he do? Why does he have a whole knife cart? Why does he walk around like this is a normal thing to have? Why does he know so much about the Wonka factory? Does he work there? Do they have a need for a guy with a whole knife cart there? Why? Why would they need that? What is this man's story? All of these questions will never be answered, and Knife Cart Guy will continue to be a mystery of this movie. And one that I hope to solve one day. But moving on to actually important people, let's start off with Wonka. So, yeah, he's great in this. What can I really say outside of Gene Wilder was... I hate saying that, but he was a really great actor, and he did an amazing job in this movie. Seriously, there's so much to this character that I can't even say. I don't even know how to describe him. He's fun, he's insane, and he's overall kind of creepy, serious, fun. Again, he's just a great character, and I really do love his execution here. Gene Wilder did an amazing job in this role, and yeah, there's a reason why he's still one of my favorite actors. He was this great of an actor, and this role is one of the definitive examples of that. So yeah, Wonka in this movie is spectacular, and Gene Wilder does an amazing job in it. So then we got the kids, and yeah, they're not as hard to describe as Wonka is. Wonka is just such an interesting character in so many ways that I can't really describe his personality. However, the kids, yeah, that's where that changes. First off, we got Charlie. He is nice, and that is most of his character. Yeah, we know that he's a good-hearted kid, but we never really see much more to him outside of that. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with the character that they do show here. It's just that, yeah, he's kind of bland when it comes down to characteristics. I can really only point out that he's a nice kid, and that's kind of it. I mean, he's poor, too, but that's not really a characteristic. That's just a description of his financial state. So, yeah, that's really it. He's just a kind, caring person, and yeah, while he is very likable in this, that's really all there is to him. Then we got his family. They are also shoved to the side, but even more than Charlie is. Okay, well, I guess Charlie isn't really shoved to the side, but they have even less character than him. Mostly with his grandparents. Really, it's only Joe who gets any type of personality, like, at all. But the rest of his grandparents, we know their names, and that's kind of it. There's really nothing else to them. And as for his mother, she cares a lot about him and also doesn't want to see his dreams get destroyed. So she does have a bit more personality to her. It's just that, yeah, she's not really in it that much, and yeah, it's kind of it. She's just not in it that much. And I feel like she had a point somewhere, but they just sort of forgot it. Then we got Joe. He's a lot of fun in this. Yeah, okay, some of his comments are kind of random, but yeah, he's a really fun character, and I do really enjoy Joe in this. He's a great character, he's a lot of fun to watch, and yeah, I got no real complaints with him. Then we got Augustus. He is so so one note. His personality is he eats. Isn't that interesting? I mean, he eats. We know so much about this character now. Yeah, that's really it. He just eats, and apparently that is a crime deserving of being shoved up a tube. If you want to go with the theory that Wonka planned all of this, then yeah, apparently he thought that this kid deserved punishment because he eats a lot. Yeah, I don't get it either. And then his mom, she is probably the least characteristic about all of the kids' parents here, as her personality is exactly the same as her son's. She eats and she cares about him. That is really it. And it's pretty obvious that Augustus also cares about his mother a lot. So yeah, they are carbon copies of one another, and yeah, that's really it to them. Just, they are the same people, except they are older and different gender. That's really it. So, yeah, Augustus and his mother are probably the least defined in this movie. Then we got Violet. She's also pretty undefined. Can't really say that she's less undefined as Augustus, but yeah, her personality is she eats gum. And is kind of an attention hog. That's really it. And apparently eating gum means that she might explode. Obviously, that's a great punishment for somebody because she ate gum. I mean, how dare she eat gum? So, yeah, I really don't get why she needs to be punished so much. Really, she's not a bad person at all. It's just that she's a bit of an attention hog, but that's really all. But yeah, she is still a fun character in this, much like Augustus is as well. Actually, all the kids in this are a whole lot of fun. It's just that they're very generic. Then we got Violet's dad. He has a lot of personality to him at the very least, in that he's a car salesman and is even more of an attention hog than his daughter. So it's nice to at least see that where she got it from, and hey, her dad's pretty fun in this, so yeah, I enjoyed them for the most part. Then we got Veruca. Oh god, is she a brat? Yeah, she probably has the most character out of all the kids in this movie, and yeah, it's a lot of fun at the very least. Veruca is extremely selfish, up to the point where it is almost insane. Really, everything that she sees, she wants, and yeah, it's a whole lot of fun to watch, especially when she gets her own song, but I really don't get why she wants all this stuff this much. I mean, I get that she's selfish, but like, they have boats, I assume, but I mean, a boat that's a different color, she's gotta have this. Yeah, really, sometimes I don't get why exactly she needed this stuff. Also, she had a lifetime supply of chocolates. I mean, they're just unwrapping all of it. Then that right there, all that stuff that she went through to get a golden ticket in order to get a lifetime supply of chocolates. She had a lifetime supply of chocolate. I don't get her reasoning at all sometimes, but yeah, she's a lot of fun in this. I mean, she's an extremely selfish brat, but hey, that's what's fun about her. And her dad is really a whole lot of a pushover, as he just sort of agrees to everything that she wants. And yeah, he's also pretty likable in this, but and a little bit more so compared to his daughter, but yeah, he's also just letting this happen, so yeah. But yeah, I do still very much enjoy Veruca and her dad. They are great characters in this and a whole lot of fun. Then we got Mike. Mike TV. Yes, the kid who is obsessed with television. His last name is TV. Why stop there? Why not name Violet Beauregard Violet Gum? I mean, it's just so unnoticeable there. But yeah, Mike TV. And no, that isn't a nickname. That is also how his mother is addressed. So yeah, that is their real last name. Did he even deserve to be punished here? I mean, he was just living up to his name, but Yeah, Mike TV. As evidenced by his name, he is obsessed with television, and he's a lot of fun with that. Mostly with westerns, which is obvious by his costume. And yeah, he's a whole lot of fun here, and his mother is kind of the same way. I mean, she allows this, and obviously she's not as obsessed with TV as her son, but yeah, she does really seem like she has very similar characteristics with that, and also, much like Violet and her dad, she's also an attention hog. So, yeah, they are a whole lot of fun in this. Actually, all the kids in this are a whole lot of fun. It's just that they're very generic. Yeah, they're all their character traits, their main character trait. Only a few of them get a little bit more to them. But even at that, it's very rare to see happen. Not that I hate the characters or anything. In fact, they are great characters here. It's just, yeah, as for personality, they're pretty generic. And then we got Slugworth. He is the guy trying to steal an everlasting gobstopper who ends up working for Wonka at the end. And he's pretty creepy for the most part, which is exactly what he was supposed to be. So yeah, I do like his execution here, and yeah, I enjoy him despite him not being in the movie that much. His impact is always known, and we get to see some build up to him before he fully makes his big reveal. So it's really nice to have some build up to him there. So yeah, for the characters in this, I think I'm gonna have to give them a 7 out of 10, mostly due to a lot of them being pretty generic or not given enough time to shine. However, that doesn't mean they aren't good characters still. They're a whole lot of fun in this, and I do very much enjoy watching these characters going through the chocolate factory. It's just, a lot of them can be pretty generic, and yeah, really, there are only a few that actually aren't. However, those ones really do stand out, especially Wonka here. So yeah, I really do love the characters in this. They're, again, much like the story, they're a classic for a reason, and they play a big part in why this movie is so well loved. It's just, yeah, they are very generic when you actually look for personality traits. But yeah, that doesn't mean I don't love these characters still. They are very great characters, and I do love watching them. And at the very least, they are distinguishable from one another with their personalities. So, yeah, they're a whole lot of fun in this. Okay, well, I guess I kind of forgot one. The Oompa Loompas. Yeah, I just now remembered that they existed. They got literally no personality at all. They work for Wonka. That's their personality. Oh, and also they sing pretty good songs, I must say. They sing good songs. So yeah, they got that going for them, and they're a whole lot of fun. And of course, they are very iconic parts of this movie. So yeah, I don't really have a problem with them. It's just that they have absolutely no personality. So yeah, that's probably my biggest problem with them, but that doesn't mean they aren't any fun to watch. In fact, they really are a whole lot of fun, and yeah, I love seeing them. So yeah, the Oompa Loompas are a lot of fun in this. So that's pretty much it for the characters. I'm still keeping it at 7 out of 10, despite the Oompa Loompas having literally no personality. But yeah, this is still a really great cast of characters, and definitely great ones to watch throughout this whole movie. So, yeah, with that, let's get into the songs. Alright, so when it comes to the songs, they are, again, a part of what makes this movie so timeless. They are all extremely great, catchy, and really memorable songs. So let's go through them one by one. First off, we have the Candyman, which is a really great opening song, and does pretty much describe a whole lot of Willy Wonka and why he's so important to this movie and why people love him so much. So yeah, I really do love that song, and it's a great opener. It's just kind of weird that this guy just throws around candy a whole lot. Do the kids have to pay for every piece of candy that they grab? Does he sing this song often? Do the kids know it so well that they just participate in it now? Is this just free candy day? Why didn't Charlie join in if he likes getting candy for free, especially if he needs food? This song raises a whole lot of questions, but yeah, I mean, it's still a great song, and I have no real problems with it. And then we got Cheer Up Charlie. It's a really nice song and definitely one of the most dramatic out of the film. Now, this one is definitely a very nice one to me, as it does show much more of Charlie's relationship with his mother and a whole lot more as to why she wants to protect him so much. It's a really good song for her, and I'm sad that people don't remember it as much. It's a really catchy one, and one that I always think back to. It's a really great one, and I think it deserves a whole lot more attention than what it gets. Then we got what is easily my favorite song in the movie, Pure Imagination. This song, in my opinion, describes this movie in a nutshell. This movie is so imaginative. It has such great messages, and it is so well done. This song describes it so perfectly. It is easily my favorite, and even when I'm not having this movie on my mind or something, I will still go and watch this song again. It is that great. Also, one thing that makes this song so great is that this was the first time everyone except for Gene Wilder got to see the actual set for the Chocolate Factory. So everyone's reactions to seeing it here were real, and they just stayed in character. It really shows another aspect of why this song really came out this great. Oh, also another time when they did this, the tunnel scene. Yeah, the actors actually thought that Gene Wilder went insane during that scene. They had no idea that that was coming up. And, yeah, again, why I love this movie. So, yeah, Pure Imagination is easily my favorite song in this film, and I love how it was done. It is such a great song, and one that even when you're not going through Willy Wonka, it's still a great one to check out. And really, it's just a beautiful song with great singing from Gene Wilder here. So yeah, it's easily my favorite out of the film, and it's the one that I always think of when I think of this film. Then we got the Oompa Loompa songs. They're fun. A whole lot of fun. If very corny. I mean, they need to show the lyrics on the screen a lot, and it's kind of a cheesy execution with that, but that's not to say it doesn't still look great. It's still a great song, and there's a reason why those songs were so iconic. They're really fun, they're very catchy, and yeah, overall I just really enjoy them. And the messages that they do bring are actually really good ones. The one about Mike TV, I should probably start listening to. Seriously, I binge watch a lot of shows. I should probably listen to that one. But hey, that just shows again how timeless this movie can actually be, as it actually holds up a little bit more now in some aspects. So yeah, I really do love the songs from the Oompa Loompas. Sure, they're a bit corny, but they are still very fun. Then we got I Want It Now. It's a very fun song that definitely showcases Veronica's selfish personality, and I love how it's done. She's having so much fun during the scene. It's hard not to really love it. It's just a great scene and a great song, and I just love how it was executed, and the actress did a great job in it. So yeah, for the songs, you know what? 10 out of 10. I love all the songs in this movie. They are all iconic for a reason, and they're all very classic songs that are very great to listen to. Whether you're watching the film or not, these songs stand out all on their own, and they're really great. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for the songs. As for this movie overall, I absolutely love it, and there's a reason why this film is a classic. The execution of the story, taking something that was very basic and making it something so interesting, so fun and imaginative, really does deserve a whole lot of props. The effects in this movie, those are amazing. The acting, the characters, despite being a little bit generic, are still very fun to watch, and they're all very unique in their own way. Then we got the songs, which are just great and iconic for so many reasons. We got everything about this movie. Just everything about it is iconic, and when you watch it, you can definitely see why. It's a great film, and it deserves all the recognition that it gets. However, it does have some problems with being pretty basic in both story and characters. So for that, I will give it a 9 out of 10. That's what really keeps it away from getting a 10 out of 10, but it is still a really great movie and definitely deserves all the recognition that it gets. So yeah, this movie was spectacular, and if you haven't seen it yet, definitely go and check it out. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this one, and next week we will be looking at the adventures of Mr. Toad and Ichabod Crane. I think I reversed the names and how they're said there. Whatever, it's a long title. So yeah, that's what we're looking at next week. So yeah, see you guys later. Bye.